to lead coalition party to victory at 2025 polls. Dr. Henry Jeffrey. Second power ship arrives to provide 60 megawatt of power to national grid ahead of Christmas holidays. And Comfort Sleep continues 18-year tradition with massive children's Christmas party. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm Aletha Grant with the Tuesday, 10th December 2024 edition of the HGP Nightly News. This is what you need to know this evening. A retroactive 10% pay hike has been announced by Head of State. He also plans to introduce qualification allowances in the elections year of 2025. Travis Chase opens tonight's broadcast.
Following weeks of negotiation between the People's Progressive Party civic government and the Guyana Public Service Union, public servants across Guyana can expect a 10% retroactive pay hike for 2024 and 8% for 2025.
This 10% increase in salary, which is retroactive from 1st of January 2024, will amount to 35% cumulative salary increase over the last 4 years.
The president made the announcement on Tuesday at the annual police Christmas breakfast at the police officers' mess Ivleri. President Ali also announced that his government will work on various salary scale adjustments from 2025.
With effect from July 1st, 2024, in order to address salary disparities, we are also making the following adjustments. Public servants on GS 1 to 6 with a minimum of 4 years of service within the current scale will be moved to the midpoint of that scale, resulting in an increase as much as 30% for some public servants.
Outside of those announcements, qualification allowances will also be introduced from January 1, 2025, according to President Ali.
Holders of ACCA will receive an additional $15,000 allowance monthly. Holders of a master's degree will receive an additional $22,000 monthly.
The pay increase agreement is expected to be signed before year end. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
An Indian expert will spearhead the rollout of a new forensic lab and the school here. This announcement was made by President Irfan Ali while addressing the annual police Christmas breakfast hosted at the police officers' mess, Ivleri, on Tuesday. Tiana Cole reports.
During the annual police Christmas breakfast hosted at the police officers' mess in Ivleri on Tuesday, His Excellency President Irfan Ali announced that the government of Guyana is investing in a world-class police academy. The academy, according to the president, will be linked to top international institutions that will train some of the best professionals in the region.
We have just concluded an agreement to have not just an expert, the former head of the Criminal Bureau Investigation, CBI, in India, the former head, to be leading our effort in the establishment of a forensic school and fully operationalize the forensic lab here in Guyana.
President Ali emphasized the significant investments, stressing that the lab will also serve the entire Caribbean region.
We now will have this asset with a human potential for all of the Caribbean.
Through a partnership between Guyana and India, several security officials, including members of the Guyana Police Force, have received fully paid scholarships to enhance their skills. To further improve the operations of the forensic lab, experts in ballistics, handwriting, fingerprint analysis, and crime scene forensics were also hired. President Ali was joined at the event by Prime Minister Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips, Minister of Home Affairs Robeson Ben, Acting Commissioner of Police Clifton Hicken, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Home Affairs Andre Ali, heads of the joint services, senior officers from the Guyana Police Force, and other officials. Tiana reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Antonio Day tells us that political analyst Dr. Henry Jeffries throwing his full support behind opposition leader Aubrey Norton, who he believes can lead a coalition party to victory at the 2025 general and regional elections. Find out why.
During an interview with Nightly News, political analyst Dr. Henry Jeffries said that the current ruling People's Progressive Party Civic has shown no interest in the development of Guyanese of African descent. He related that the awarding of contracts to young Guyanese with the aim of recruiting them as members of the PPPC is not defined as development, but one of ownership and entitlement. The political analyst, who was both a member of the PPPC and People's National Congress Reform (PNCR), is throwing his support behind opposition leader Aubrey Norton, whom he believes has what it takes to chalk up enough support for a resounding victory come 2025.
The PNC is going to come back and unite. Believe you me, insufficient time. And they've got a lot of opportunities out there to unite. Mr. Norton has not demonstrated to me that he's reluctant to take advice.
With a force like the People's Progressive Party, Dr. Jeffrey related that from a political standpoint, the opposition must remain united. He reasoned that in any political organization, there will be differences or disagreements, but all members must maintain one mantra, which is to defeat its opponent.
He won what he won fairly and freely, and he should be allowed to rule. When you want to vote him out, you have your chance to vote him out. If you don't, if you can mobilize better than you, PNC is a very democratic party.
Dr. Jeffrey noted that historically, both political parties, PNCR and PPPC, have promoted race-based politics, but that mindset must change in the 21st century. He urged members of the PNCR to give Mr. Norton an opportunity to demonstrate his style of leadership, which is geared at promoting ethnic diversity.
I'm supporting them to win in 1995. Before, I support them now to win. Okay. That goes out. The PPP is not good for African Guyana. It's not good for Guyana.
Dr. Jeffrey served as former Minister of Education under the PPPC regime several years ago. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
We will have more news after this break. Stay with us.
Shop and win up to $10 million in cash and prizes at Court's Millionaire Jackpot. Shop from November 1 to December 24, 2024 at any Court store. 10 weekly winners at every Court store countrywide from November 10, 2024. And the grand drawing takes place on December 24, 2024 at the Court's Mega Store. Court's, bringing value home. Conditions apply.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover a solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc. powering your life with elegance, quality, and key.
Modern Graphics is now the #1 sign manufacturer in the Caribbean. We offer the most modern and contemporary types of signs, including channel letters, halo designs, and architectural signage. With a vast variety of colors and lighting effects to choose from, we can professionally manufacture and install your sign so your business can shine among others. Visit us today at 6 Corbane Park, Annandale. Telephone 220-1977 or like us on Facebook.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and we've got the most wonderful deals. Get the perfect gift from Digicel. Grab the Samsung A05 for just $17,900, the A25 for $37,900, or treat yourself to the S24 Ultra for only $205,000. And that's not all. Every phone comes with a free 30-day data plan. Don't wait. These holiday savings won't last forever. Visit your nearest Digicel store today. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
Our luxury transportation company is seeking a highly motivated and customer-focused call center representative to join our dynamic team. We're looking for an energetic, exceptional communicator to handle all incoming calls, provide top-notch customer service, responding to the needs of customers, capable of selling and giving information on our services. Requirements: college graduate, 1+ year of customer service experience, call center preferred, excellent communication, listening, and problem-solving skills, ability to work in a fast-paced environment, computer skills, fast learning on computer software a must, paying top salary for the right individual. This is a full-time position. You must have experience before applying. Please email your resume. For more info, call VJ on 623-9523.
Welcome back. You're watching the HGP Nightly News. As we continue, days after a man was seen on a widely circulated video stabbing his wife multiple times, he was on Tuesday charged with murder and remanded to prison. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
27-year-old Navin Stahl, a truck driver from Swans Village, Susdyke Linden Highway, was on Tuesday charged and remanded to prison after being caught on a video stabbing his reputed wife multiple times. Stahl appeared before Magistrate Wanda Fortune at the Diamond Grove Magistrates Court, where he was not required to plead to the indictable charge. The charge alleges that on December 4, 2024, at Kurukuru, Susdyke Linden Highway, he attempted to murder his wife, Chlorine Stahl. According to the court prosecutor, Chlorine had moved out of her matrimonial home due to an ongoing abuse by her husband. On the day of the incident, a video surfaced showing Stahl repeatedly stabbing his wife in the presence of their young son, sparking outrage and calls for justice. After the video circulated, Stahl was arrested and during questioning chose to exercise his right to remain silent in the video and audio interview conducted as part of the investigation. Statements from Chlorine Stahl were also obtained, in which he provided a detailed account of the attack. The victim remains hospitalized at the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, GPHC. The magistrate, after listening to the prosecutor, remanded Stahl to prison until January 10, 2025. Tiana reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Guyana's power grid is set to receive a significant boost with the arrival of the second power ship, which will soon dock in the Demerara River. This new addition aims to strengthen the country's energy supply just in time for the holiday season.
Weeks after General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party Civic, Barry Jagdeo, announced the signing of a lease for a second power ship to strengthen the national grid, the Guyana Power and Light GPL confirmed on Tuesday that the vessel's arrival to Guyana and is en route to the Demerara River, where it will be docked and integrated into the national grid. In response to mounting criticism over the government's decision to lease a second power ship, Mr. Jagdeo defended the move, arguing that it was necessary to support the national grid and meet the country's growing energy demand. His comment follows significant public concern regarding the lease agreement.
So they think, oh, the rental of the ship alone. This is for the capacity and the O&M and the fuel. When you add the three, you get cost per generation. It's almost the same, nearly, that we would have spent to generate 1 kilowatt hour than we're buying it here.
In November, Guyana Power and Light GPL finalized a contract with Car Power Ship Global DMCC and UCC Energy International LLC for the rental of a second power ship. The 75-megawatt vessel is set to enhance the country's energy supply as part of a 2-year lease agreement. Following the announcement, former Minister of Public Infrastructure David Patterson told the media that government was wasting taxpayers' money to rent another power ship.
We could have purchased 180 megawatts of Guyanese own HFO power for that exact same amount of money. makes absolutely no sense.
Under the terms of agreement, the second power ship is expected to contribute 60 megawatts to the national grid within 6 weeks of its deployment. Once upgrades to the transmission lines are completed, an additional 15 megawatts will be added to the grid, further boosting energy capacity. The contract stipulates that GPL will pay a monthly charter fee of 8.52 US cents per kilowatt hour for the new power ship, as well as a monthly operation and maintenance fee of 0.98 US cents per kilowatt hour, based on the electricity generated. Additionally, GPL is responsible for providing the necessary heavy fuel oil HFO to run the ship's generators. The arrival of the second power ship will complement the existing 36 megawatts of electricity generated by the first floating power plant currently stationed in the Berbice River. I am Carice Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
The Ministry of Human Services and Social Security is reporting a decrease in gender-based violence, GBV. Minister with responsibility for the sector, Dr. Vindi Prasad, said as of October 2024, there has been 12 reported murders as compared to previous years. Find out more from Carice Gonzalez.
Dr. Vindi Prasad, Minister of Human Services and Social Security, reported a noticeable decline in gender-based violence, GBV, for the year 2024 compared to the previous year. While the figures remain relatively low, she emphasized that the ministry is continuing to monitor the situation closely and is committed to reducing violence further through targeted intervention.
Compared to last year, over the same period of January to October, we have less murders from gender-based violence. In the period, we had 24 murders, and this year, we only have 12. Even though I say that, every life is important, and we shouldn't have any at all.
Minister Prasad highlighted that men continue to be the primary perpetrators of GBV. Dr. Prasad announced that in 2025, new programs will be rolled out targeting GBV.
We've seen that 73% of the perpetrators are male, and next year we are rolling out a program that will be targeting persons who are perpetrators to look at rehabilitation and prevention.
The ministry currently offers a range of services to individuals, including a survivor advocate program, survival kits, safe vouchers, a criminal justice program, and expanding shelters to assist affected individuals. Additionally, the ministry also participated in the global 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, targeting training for police officers and prosecutors on the Family Violence Act, as well as life skills training for individuals with disabilities and a public consultation on the Protection from Harassment Bill. The 16 Days of Activism is an international campaign that aims to raise awareness and call for an end to violence against women and girls. I am Carice Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Carice. More news after this break. Stay with us.
Planning a cleanup, we can help. Sevon Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon Waste Management today at 218-1455.
In today's fast-paced world of modern finance, with its many options and opportunities, you will need to advise and help getting value for your money. Hand-in-hand trust is the way to go. From owning your own home or business with our residential and commercial mortgages, to drive a new car with a vehicle loan. We'll help you realize your dreams. also access investment deposit accounts, share brokerage services, personal trust, thrift and pension plan trusteeship, property management, investment portfolio management, safe deposit boxes, the convenience of a Cameo, Western Union, and Bill Express services, hand-in-hand trust for financial services and more. Helping you get the most out of your financial resources and your life.
Life is full of beautiful moments, but did you know that everyday activities can expose you and your loved ones to harmful worms? Playing in their practical risk, even eating unwashed fruits and vegetables. These common activities can cause worm infestation. Intestinal worm infections can cause nausea, fatigue, bloating, or even stomach pains. Dr. Samuel has the remedy for you. Use worm medicine to prevent infections and to rid your family of these pests. Your nearest pharmacy for liver pack sizes suitable for families large and small. Use the single dose after treats common worms. Protect your family with liver so you can focus on what truly matters. Making memories. Distributed by Maxi Distribution Guyana Limited. Guyana Limited.
You're watching the HGP Nightly News. As we continue, a former Minister of Finance says he has no interest in a political career and is now more concerned with living life to its fullest. Antonio Day has that story.
I would be on anybody's slate. I wouldn't be on anybody's campaign.
That was former Minister of Finance Winston Jordan during an exclusive interview with Nightly News. The former Finance Minister on the Abdul regime noted that he was never a member of the People's National Congress Reform, PNCR, but has always supported the party due to the leadership of its founder, Lyndon Forbes Sansom Burnham.
I'm an admirer, and he's one of my heroes of Lyndon Forbes Sansom Burnham. I honestly believe, had it not been for him and his leadership and so on, I don't know where that would have been, and certainly where people that look like me, where we would have been. I would say that openly, I don't care who. I am not the anybody.
Jordan, however, said that the PNCR must remain united in order to trump the ruling People's Progressive Party Civic at the upcoming 2025 elections.
I'm a firm supporter of the and all these problems and all the things that they have here. When they eventually get it act together, they can realize that the party is more important than the personality.
The former finance minister related to Nightly News that once the AFT emerges as a united front and is victorious at the 2025 polls, he's open to offering advice on policy development for the opposition in the government or rewards.
I'm always open for assistance, but I'm wary of active involvement. All right? I mean, as I said, don't look to give me a new position. I'm into more family, health, and assisting particularly CXC students. Yeah, that's where I'm
1985 to 2008, Jordan worked extensively at the Ministry of Finance as a budget economic advisor and budget specialist among other portfolios. Anthony reporting for the HGP News.
The family of three who died in an accident along the St. Cuthbert's Mission Trail were laid to rest. Daisy Richards reports.
A family which included a grandmother, daughter, and granddaughter who died in a gruesome head-on collision on November 30 along the St. Cuthbert's Trail were laid to rest. Kwame McCoy, Minister within the Office of the Prime Minister, who offered condolences on behalf of the government, said road deaths are caused by people who use roadways irresponsibly, and truck drivers could not be blamed alone.
There are many of us, all of us, who use the road in a terrible way sometimes. From pedestrian to car driver, to minibus drivers, to taxi drivers, to truck drivers. It shouldn't be a blame game.
McCoy added that the government will support the now grieving family as they work to curb reckless driving on the country's roadways.
We will be here continuously either by our presence or by a simple phone call to family members, to grandchildren, to the children, to the husband, to other family members, to grandchildren, to the children, to the husband, to other relatives.
The family of three was pronounced dead at the scene of the accident after the motor car they were traveling in and another car involved in a head-on collision along the St. Cuthbert's Trail. Olive Andrews was 63, Emma Andrews was 6, and Atina Andrews, age unknown, were pronounced dead by a doctor from St. Cuthbert's Mission Health Center. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
It is the festive season. Comfort Sleep has put smiles on the faces of hundreds of children from across Guyana when the Mattress Giant held its annual Christmas party over the weekend. Here again is Daisy Richards.
The Comfort Sleep brand held its annual Children's Christmas party as part of the company's corporate responsibility, and the tradition is upholding for the past 18 years. Through the school's feeding program, which began at the Malvern Outer Roman Catholic Church, continued at the New Amsterdam Catholic Church in Berbice, and at its Nichols Industrial Estate location. The program has helped children benefit from enhanced nutrition and health, leading to improved performances at school. The company's Chief Executive Officer, Dennis Sharan, had this to say during Saturday's activity.
We just want to please have a good time, and a special time like this for Christmas. This makes me feel really good to know. This makes me feel really good to know. We maintain this program for the past 18 years.
Sharan expressed gratitude for all the support received since it augurs well for keeping the 18-year tradition alive.
People support our brand, the brand. You're the cause of making this happen. Because your support just going to bring us this far.
Comfort Sleep caters to several schools and communities, including Malvern Primary, The Grange Primary, Ballardville Primary, Parkfield Primary, Friends Primary, Edinburgh Primary, Diamond Special Needs School, among others. The children on Saturday received gifts, enjoyed games, face painting, and a cultural program. Daisy Richards.
Stay tuned for regional news.
Is Offshore Diaries.
to $10 million in cash and prizes at Court's Millionaire Jackpot. Shop from November 1 to December 24, 2024 at any Court store. 10 weekly winners at every Court store countrywide from November 10, 2024. And the grand drawing takes place on December 24, 2024 at Court's Mega Store. Court, bringing value home. Conditions apply.
This Christmas, Digicel is bringing you the gift of millions. 10 customers will become millionaires for Christmas. Top up $1,000 or more for your chance to win $1 million. Turn your Christmas into a celebration of cash and cheer. 2 new millionaires every week. The countdown to Christmas millions is on. Top up $1,000 or more today for your chance to win. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
Good evening and welcome to Tuesday's edition of the Regional News. We begin with news from Brazil. Brazilian President Luiz Lula da Silva was rushed to São Paulo overnight for emergency surgery to drain a bleed in his brain linked to a fall in October, and he will remain in hospital until further notice. The 79-year-old Lula is well and being monitored in the intensive care unit after the successful operation, a medical note published by the government said. Presidential spokesman-year-old Lula is well and being monitored in the intensive care unit after the successful operation, a medical note published by the government said. Presidential spokesperson Paulo Pimenta said in a radio interview that Lula would likely remain in the ICU for another 48 hours, with contact limited to his medical team. He is stable, conscious, and calm, Pimenta said. There have been increasing health concerns about the aging president, a standard bearer who is halfway through his third non-consecutive term. Weak results for his Workers' Party in this year's municipal elections underscore the lack of a clear left successor if he chooses not to run for re-election in 2026. Lula has curtailed travel in recent months while doctors monitored his recovery from trauma to the back of his head when he fell at home in late October, requiring stitches. During talks to congressional leaders on Monday evening, Lula complained of a worsening headache and ended the meeting so he could go to the hospital in Brasilia. An MRI scan detected an intracranial hemorrhage, and Lula was transferred to São Paulo for surgery. As anesthesia wore off early on Tuesday, Lula woke up and then went back to sleep, according to the presidential aide. Over in Trinidad, consultant in internal medicine, endocrinology, and diabetes, Dr. Joel Singh, is raising concerns about increased respiratory and gastrointestinal illnesses, including coughs, colds, flu, norovirus, and potentially COVID-19. Singh called on citizens to get tested once they fall ill and to stay away from antibiotics, which he said does nothing to help. He emphasized that the lack of widespread testing makes it difficult to pinpoint the exact cause of the surge in the illness. He warned that these illnesses could spread quickly and have serious consequences, particularly for vulnerable groups. Older adults, people with underlying health conditions like diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, or kidney failure, pregnant women, and infants and young children are at greater risk, he said. To protect against the spread of illness, Singh urged the public to take precautions. With Guyana, that around 180 people were killed over the weekend in Haiti after attacks that an NGO said were ordered by a gang leader who suspected his child had been made ill using witchcraft. A red line has been crossed, the office said in a statement, adding it would mobilize all forces to track down and alienate those responsible. It said the victims were mostly elderly. The National Human Rights Defense Network, an NGO in Haiti that monitors state institutions and promotes human rights education, said on Sunday at least 110 people, all aged over 60, had been killed. It later said the death toll could be higher and cited witnesses as saying that bodies were burnt in the streets, including several young individuals who were killed attempting to save residents. Witnesses are saying that bodies were burnt in the streets, including several young individuals who were killed attempting to save residents. Tight gun control, including the restriction of mobile phones use, has limited residents' ability to share information about the massacre. The security situation has, however, continued to deteriorate, and many countries have yet to deliver on pledges of support. I am Carice Gonzalez. Thank you for watching.
10% hike for public servants. Monthly qualification allowances from January 1, 2025 for President Ali. Norton, the man to lead a coalition party to victory at the 2025 polls. Dr. Henry Jeffrey. Second, powership arrives to provide 60 megawatts of power to the national grid ahead of the Christmas holidays. And Comfort Sleep continues 18-year tradition with massive children's Christmas party. Those are all major headlines to these stories and more. Please go to our website. It's www.hgbtv.com. I'm Alethea Grant. Thanks for watching.